I sat there yesterday. Curtis and I were chatting at 5 minutes to 6, and we're like, okay,
here we go.
They're in on Joe Ryan. They're in on Joe Ryan. They're gonna go get Joe Ryan. I love this baseball team. And then they did absolutely diddly squat.
We couldn't find a lineman.
Did nothing. And I don't understand, and we are here to talk about it. We'll talk about it with you fine people this morning. We'll probably, rather than guest leads, we'll probably put up, we should go put up an angry Red Sox fan mic that is accessible throughout the entire show, because to be sitting here with a team that is in playoff contention and to do absolutely nothing and to be unable to get a deal done when it feels like if you gave them what they wanted, you could have had Joe Ryan on this baseball team, and then to sit there and let everybody else around you get better. The Blue Jays got better. The Yankees got better. The Rangers got better. Seattle got better.
The team in
Curtis
town tonight, the Astros got better.
The Astros got better. Everybody got better. You did nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
It was sadly predictable for me, but I go back to the Devers trade because obviously, Greg, today you look right. It seems like he's got problems. He has not helped the Giants. The Giants were partially selling. I'm not arguing the validity of whether that was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But nobody can doubt that had the Red Sox assumed the money, they would have gotten a better package. And we now know the only person they dealt was a person they acquired in the trade of Devers to the Giants to get the sixth starter from the Dodgers. That was their big acquisition. If you are able to take on that money, get better prospects, then you can potentially get Joe Ryan. And that is the moment I knew they were not adding at the deadline, because they had an opportunity to spend money to improve this year's club. And while it was indirect, you would have had better players, and then you would have been able to acquire said players yesterday to improve the team.
But don't they have good players? What they tell us?
I think they do.
But if they're so horned up to keep those guys,
that's the problem.
Right.
They want to keep those guys. It's back to John Henry
and the salary cap
and realigning when it comes to what they're spending on players throughout the league, and the fact that you keep those prospects and then you don't have to pay them. You get those guys locked in and you get them cheap for the next 4 or 5 years, rather than find veteran players who are going to cost you a little bit, but are going to also help you win a World Series. And so I don't. This is, how many trade deadlines in a row is this where they've done nothing?
4.
Yeah.
Is it 4?
4 straight.
4 in a row.
Yep.
And
well, luckily we got the Patriots, so
it's infuriating. And especially when it's got to be infuriating to the guys that are on that team.
But Greg, can we agree on one thing? Can we stop saying they have to do X because otherwise people will be mad?
Yeah.
Because we've said that now for 4 years.
Well, you don't think people are mad this morning?
No. I'm saying we would, in advance of the deadline, you and Ken and people that are smarter than me sat back and said, they have to do something.
Yeah, this is the year. They're going to have to do something.
Right.
This year. Yes.
And then they don't.
Yeah.
And it's like, at some point, you got to believe who they are. They're not a big market team anymore. They don't act like one. They don't want to be one. They want to reshape the way the contracts are structured. And John Henry is leading the charge of a salary cap, so he can't simultaneously say, we can't have these super teams and then be acquiring all these guys at the deadline, ballooning their salaries on his team.
That's what they become. They become that team. They become the Patriots of Major League Baseball, where they're not going to spend a ton of money. They're going to rely on the guys that they have, the chemistry thing. Maybe they didn't want to blow it up, but you're right, Curtis. When you look at what they want to do, it's, they want to keep payroll down. That's the new move of what we should expect from the Boston Red Sox moving forward.
It's not a new move. It's a move that they have been affecting for the last 4 years.
Yeah, well, you can expect it. So I don't think fans were mad. I think most fans were
mad. What are you talking about?
I think most fans were like Curtis. They expected that they weren't going to do anything.
Fans were mad, and also you can't really blame.
You don't think that most fans thought like Curtis?
I think, but they were hoping that there was some type of difference.
No.
And
Hope
now,
is different.
And now you can't blame Craig Breslow because Chaim Bloom did the same thing. And you bring in Craig Breslow, now it's 4 years and you're not doing anything at the trade deadline. It comes from the top.
Curtis has been saying
you can't blame Craig Breslow?
No, it comes from the top. Because when we had Chaim Bloom, he didn't do anything.
Craig Breslow can do anything he wants to do. And if he doesn't want to do it, then he shouldn't be in the job. Like, if he doesn't...
Greg, he can't do anything he wants to do. He has to do what John Henry wants him to do.
He went and did deals in the offseason.
Okay.
He did one that he didn't want to do that his manager wanted to do.
That's different than John Henry. I'm saying John Henry is the head of the beast.
Yeah, no,
so
I know.
When you have
understand.
Chaim Bloom, and we all blamed Chaim Bloom for not doing anything at the trade deadline,
like Chaim Bloom is in the rearview mirror. Like, that doesn't matter to me one bit.
Okay.
Like, I am. There are two people, John Henry, who's the boss, and Craig Breslow, who is the chief baseball officer of the organization.
Correct.
Who went on this radio station and anybody else who would have him and told you that he was going to be very active at the deadline time. He was not.
Right.
That's on him.
And this goes back to whenever the Devers trade was. They did, if you remember the crisis PR management, it was like every other night there would be Sam or Breslow on Nesson or with us saying we are reinvesting. We are not punting on this year. We are going to be active in improving this year's team. They said it over and over again. And I'm sorry, I know they don't like it when you say that. They lied.
Yeah, and Curtis, you were right. You had said it, and I think most fans now agree. You know, I'm kind of coming over to your street where fans were going into this. I think if we put a poll up yesterday, will the Red Sox do anything? I think most fans would have said no. So I understand that they're frustrated.
You're wrong.
But
You're a liar.
I don't know why. Why?
You know,
I don't know why this is where you're laying your
No,
hat.
I'm saying because the expectations, Greg. I'm laying my hat on fans being what Curtis has been saying for the longest time. They know what the Red Sox are. So it's almost like this girl don't put out, and when she doesn't put out, you're not going to be mad. You just know who she is, and I think that's what Curtis has been saying for 4 years.
Can I just add this? Because, Wiggs, I want to correct one thing. I was still pissed last night. Like,
right.
You can expect it and then still be mad about it.
Well, I'm not saying that they're not mad. I'm just saying
that's what you've been saying.
I'm saying they expected it, though.
Okay.
There's a difference, Greg, of being mad and then knowing that you're gonna be mad already.
Okay, I just don't know why you're fighting on that point.
I'm not fighting on it. I don't know why you're fighting me on my opinion. Like, fans were gonna be mad, and I think that they went into it knowing that nothing was gonna happen, so their feelings were gonna be the same today as they were yesterday.
Wiggy, you told me yesterday that they were definitely going to make a move.
Yeah, but that was me, and I was wrong.
Yeah,
that was me. I thought they were going to make a move, but I should have been beating the drum like Curtis. And the more people, and if we put a poll up yesterday, I
played the drums. I
think more people would have been like, man, Wiggy, don't buy into it because this is who they are, and Curtis was right. So I'm upset, but I know that this is who the girl is. She ain't doing anything, no matter how much she tells me she is.